What's going on, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. This video I wanted to talk about exchange supply. So this is the amount of Bitcoins that all the various different exchanges have available to sell to traders. And it's a big deal because really what happens when that supply dries up? Well, as that supply dries up, so does the price of each Bitcoin. It becomes a thing of scarcity. And because Bitcoin is so finite and the inflation rate is fixed and goes down, that's what the halving events do, we're going to see a spike in scarcity, therefore a spike in pricing. So there's a couple of charts that came out from Dyer.co I thought were very interesting. This is a topic that I think is hugely underestimated and really is what is going to drive prices parabolically over the next couple of years. So let's dive into this video and check those out.
Trade Genius.
Guys, real quickly, update on Bitcoin. Again, we're moved up on that move out of this congestion area, right under this 8,200 area. We were chewing on that, finally broke through. This I would call a bit of a bear flag here, or a bull flag, sorry. Bull flag, which is you make like this down channel and then you resume a move up. And that would take us, I think, probably close to where our targets are going to be. And that would be right now eyeballing the area between 9,500 and 10K. But I wanted to give you guys a quick little update. The moneymaker sells on 4 hour have been pretty decent on capturing the tops of these moves and then catching the bottoms as well. So if you're interested in those indicators, head over to tradelikeagenius.com. We've got a special running for about 3 more days, and you can take advantage of those packages or get it individually using the Memorial coupon code and check out with the indicator package. All right, so what I wanted to do is focus your attention to an article that came out. This is Dyer.co. It came out with an article, and I'm highlighting the charts that they came out. Big thing here is, this chart here, this is all the addresses that are holding Bitcoin between, each one of these columns this is like your low Bitcoin holdings, right? So this would be retail, 0.01 of a Bitcoin to 0.1 of a Bitcoin, 20,500 addresses. But what we want to focus on is these big ones. These are what you would call whale wallets. They hold anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 BTC or 100,000 plus. And the amount of BTC supply in those dropped. So these are what most would assume are the exchanges. Okay, so that dropped dramatically. And you do see that the amount of between 1 and 10K came up. So this would be, this would represent like institutional sized investors or funds, things of that nature. So there's a chart we're going to show next is kind of like how you can see where the accumulation started picking up in Q4 of last year ahead of the bottom in the market. Okay, so this red line represents the bottom of the market. And notice what happened when the 1,000 to 10,000 BTC address groupings. Okay, so that's all the BTC or all the addresses that from holding from 1,000 BTC to 10,000. Notice how those addresses grew. So that was more addresses accumulating large quantities of Bitcoin, and that started to rise. And then here comes our bottom at 3,200 roughly in December. Again, this is because rising or falling prices is simply an equation of equilibrium. So more sellers than buyers, price goes down. More buyers than sellers, price eventually stops going down and starts rising. And that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to it than that. It's all demand driven. But as you can see, the big money started coming in here. And once the market had reached equilibrium, that was the bottom. And now we're tilted in favor of more buyers than sellers and accumulation. Now, again, here's another chart that shows in November of last year, 2018, November, December, we had what we would consider large exchanges, 20% to 19%. That's how much of the circulating supply they held. Notice how it's dropped now those addresses now only hold 16%. So basically the way to visualize this, guys, you can take a look at market depth. Now, here's the thing with market depth. Generally speaking, you can kind of at a glance see what's the buy pressure like, what's the sell pressure like. Obviously here, there's a lot more demand, even though that demand goes down to 4,000, right? There's people that are working lower bids, what we call stink bids. And, sometimes you'll see it on more illiquid exchanges. You might see a spike down real briefly and fill those. But on more liquid exchanges, not likely it would take a concerted down move to reach that. But you can kind of at a glance see. So what you kind of want to take a look at, and again, some exchanges, they can hide orders, right? So it's not you wouldn't necessarily say this is exactly what's sitting there. Some people might have automated trading strategies that will trigger an order, so you don't see those orders sitting here. They'll trigger when price gets to a certain level. But generally speaking, if exchanges are running out of supply, you see this level here at 3,000. So you got basically on the buy side of the ladder, right? So these are all the coins available to buy. They're being sold right now. 3,300 you could buy, but that would, if you bought them all right now at market price, you would drive price up to $12,949. Now, what ends up happening as if you get big moves like that, the market making algorithms will adjust on the exchanges, and they will start, spreading out their supply to try to keep a certain cushion there so that they don't run out of coin, because that's the last thing they want to do. Otherwise, if they run out of supply, they run out of revenue. But what you want to keep an eye on is these levels here. So, if they are starting to run out of supply, then in theory, what you would see is these 3,000 levels start to drop to 2,000 and down to 1,000. And you're going to start seeing at some point, guys, where, because so few people in the world have really accumulated Bitcoin, that when the accumulation starts to ramp up, and it already is, as you can see, but really starts to penetrate the global marketplace for Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin as an asset, you'll start to see these sell walls come way down. So right now, like here's a sell wall of approximately, it's gyrating around, but 37 BTC. I think in the future, guys, and not so distant future, that would be a ginormous sale wall, something like you would see if you zoomed all the way out. I think in the future, you'll see sell walls that are like 10 BTC or 5 BTC. That's going to be like an enormous sell wall. And this goes back to if you were on exchanges several years ago, the sell walls were much, much larger, and they've continued to decrease. Why? Because BTC is being accumulated. So this is the big driving factor of why you hear about these crazy valuations that go into the six figures or even into the millions. It's because we've never really had an asset that's this finite, that's accepted as a store of value, that we know exactly how much is out there and different addresses, unlike gold. And I think it's just a new paradigm shift. But if you start to think about this, really wrap your head around it, where we are today with prices may seem high, but in reality, for something that is as finite as this is, and is being accepted by very, very, very large players as an acceptable store of value, this price is very cheap right now today. So it's going to be a wild and volatile ride, guys, but just make sure you stick to the accumulate Bitcoin regularly. And when it's favorable, being able to trade those altcoins and things like that to build up your BTC. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I think that's very important to understand how finite this thing is and how quickly price can rise. And I think, what we saw in 2017 was just a small preview. The volatility will be very high. You're going to have large swings, but ultimately we're going to see much, much higher prices for Bitcoin in the near future. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Trade Genius.